Episode 2 The Clever Escape. In the blink of an eye, every single pigeon obeyed their wise and fearless king. Each one grabbed a thread of the net in their tiny beaks, and with a powerful flap of their wings, they soared into the sky. All at once, up, up, up they went, their white feathers shimmering in the golden sunlight, making them look like tiny stars rising from the earth. Below, the man who had set the trap watched in complete shock. He had been so sure of his cleverness, so certain that his plan was foolproof, but now his precious net, along with the birds he had trapped, was vanishing into the sky. He rushed out of his hiding place, craning his neck and squinting against the sky. But the pigeons were already out of sight. Frustrated, he muttered to himself and stormed away, while the wise old crow, who had been watching everything, let out a loud, amused cackle. Meanwhile, the pigeons flew as fast as they could, but soon their wings began to tire. The net was heavy, and they had never carried such a burden before. Their king, seeing their exhaustion, guided them to a small clearing in the forest, where they could rest. Panting and struggling under the weight of the net, the pigeons looked to their leader for guidance. "We cannot stay trapped like this," the king said, his voice calm and firm. "But I know someone who can help us. My dear friend Hiranya, the mouse. His sharp teeth will cut through these cruel ropes in no time. He lives underground, not far from the tree where we were caught. If we all call out for him, I am sure he will hear us." Though tired, the pigeons trusted their king and, gathering their strength, lifted the net once more. They turned around and flew back towards the very place where they had been trapped. From his perch, the crow watched in astonishment. Why would they go back? He wondered. But as he listened closely, he realized their plan. His eyes gleamed with admiration. "Ah, I see. That pigeon king is wise indeed. He knows the little mouse can save them. I must make friends with him." The moment the pigeon reached the entrance of Hiranya's burrow, they began calling his name in unison. "Hiranya! Hiranya! Hiranya!" The crow, still watching, chuckled. "That's the mouse who lives down there. But what can he possibly do against a strong net?" Then he remembered Hiranya's sharp teeth and gasped, "Oh, of course, what a clever plan." It didn't take long for Hiranya to appear. The little mouse scurried out, twitching its nose curiously. But he didn't need to ask any questions. He understood everything at once. Without hesitation, he got to work, gnawing at the ropes with his sharp teeth. First, he freed the pigeon king, and then one by one he set the others free. The moment the last thread snapped, the pigeons burst into joyful cheers. Their king flapped his wings and cried, "A friend in need is a friend indeed. A thousand thanks to you, dear Hiranya." And with that, the pigeons soared into the open sky, their hearts light, their spirits free. But they had learned a lesson they would never forget. Never again would they pick up food from the ground without a good, careful look first.